My wife went out of town for a funeral, so I had to do the school run for the first time. My daughter Hilda is 6. She's smart, funny, the spitting image of her mother. On the way to school, she told me about a trick she played on her teacher on the last day of term. She locked her in the supply cupboard. I laughed, then I dropped Hilda off, and as I was walking back to the car, I heard a group of mothers talking. Mrs. Baker didn't show up to teach the year 2s. She's not answering her phone. A friend says she hasn't seen her all summer. I went back to the school. I asked for the key to the art hut. I told them I was looking for my daughter's coat. That's not what I found. I'd never done the school run before. Work took up all my time. But my wife's mother passed away, so she went down south to help at the funeral. That left me holding the fort. I missed her, but it was nice to spend time with Hilda. She's 6, sharp wit, emotional intelligence way beyond her years. She gave me directions to school, even though I knew the way. I played along. Then she asked, "Daddy, was it dangerous when you went to school?" Dangerous? Yeah, because of the dinosaurs. She cracked herself up, infectious laugh. Then I asked what she was looking forward to most. New teacher, Mrs. Gibson. Layla, her cousin, said Mrs. Gibson was the best. "Won't you miss your old teacher?" I asked. "No," she said. Too fast. She was the worst teacher. I felt a pang of guilt. I had no idea. How was she the worst? She was always cross. She didn't like fun. She told me off when I cried. Then Hilda giggled. On the last day of school, I played a trick on her. It was Charlie's idea. We were in the art hut, and she went in the cupboard with the pens and paper R, and I locked the door. I laughed. I remember doing something similar as a kid. I parked way down the road. School drop-off was a nightmare. Walked Hilda to the gate, hugged her, kissed her forehead. "Have a great day." "I will." She ran off to join the line. What's its in Herfwins, always smiling. Then I turned to leave. A group of mums were blocking the pavement. 2 pushchairs. They were talking, serious voices. Mrs. Baker didn't show up to teach the year 2s. She's not answering her phone or anything. I heard she wasn't at the teacher training day either. A friend of mine is her neighbor. She says she hasn't seen her all summer. I stopped. Mrs. Baker, Hilda's teacher last year, the one Hilda locked in the cupboard. My legs went wobbly. I turned back toward the school, marched up to the gate. The kids were already inside. I walked to reception, tried to calm my breathing. "Hi, I'm Hilda's dad." She left her coat in the art hut before the summer holidays. My wife asked me to get it back. The receptionist smiled. "Too chirpy. It's just around the left side. It hasn't been opened yet. Here's the key. Just drop it back when you're done." I walked around the left side of the building. It's a coincidence, I told myself. It has to be. The art hut was one of those temporary classrooms. Navy blue walls, flat felt roof. My stomach was in knots. The keys jingled in my unsteady hand. I pushed the door open. Dust motes swirled in the sunlight, long rectangles across the floor. My eyes swept the room, then focused on the desk. A handbag, sitting there. Hilda's words echoed in my head. I played a trick on her. I locked the door. I looked at what I assumed was the storage cupboard. Walked slowly, feet barely leaving the floor. My mind expecting the worst, but trying to reassure me at the same time. I tried the door. "Locked. Please, no," I whispered. I turned the latch. The door swung open by itself. The sound came first. A wet thwack against the carpet. Then the smell. I leapt back, gagging, covered my face with my hands as my breakfast sprayed out between my fingers. As much as I didn't want to look, I couldn't look away. She was curled in a ball, holding her knees to her chest. I guess she'd been leaning against the door. Her skin was brown and leathery, wrapped tight around her bones. Her white summer dress was stained with large, wet blotches of yellow and brown. Mrs. Baker, she was dead because of my poor, sweet, innocent Hilda. A childish joke with severe consequences. I sobbed uncontrollably as I burst back outside. What would I say? What would it do to Hilda if she ever found out? If I tell the truth, everyone will know. My daughter, a 6-year-old, locked her teacher in a cupboard. She didn't mean to kill her, but the teacher died, alone, in the dark, all summer. If I lie, if I just happen to discover the body while looking for Hilda's coat, then what? It wouldn't take long for questions to be asked. Who locked the cupboard? I looked back at the art hut, the door still open, the smell already drifting out. And I thought about Hilda's face this morning, smiling, excited for year 3, telling me about the trick she played. She didn't know. She can never know. The story ended there. The original Reddit post didn't say what the father did next. Maybe he called the police. Maybe he walked away. Maybe he went home and hugged his daughter and never told a soul. But here's the question I keep coming back to. At what age do we stop calling it a childish prank and start calling it something else? If you were that father, what would you do? Like and subscribe for more Reddit horror stories every week. And maybe next time a kid tells you about a trick they played, listen a little closer. See you in the next one.